Hi y'all, welcome back to Resin with me. Me is Brandy, of course. We'll just move this back. All right, all good. So today we are gonna make some coasters. I got these new molds during my little Amazon shopping spree for resin stuff. So these have like an interesting side, kind of like a jewel, I don't know, diamond shape, I guess. So I'm gonna do coasters with these. I have 20 ounces of resin mixed up, and I think these are gonna take around 16, so I do have my earring and bookmark molds out to the side so that I can use the excess in those, because I do not like to waste expensive resin. So let's see what I've got. I've got a red pearl pigment dye from Let's Resin. I've got a bronze gold pearl pigment dye. I've got this silver druzy pigment powder. And then I'm gonna do a white color, so I've got the white pearl and a white alcohol ink. So, oh, I've got 1 cup over here too for my silver, I'm sorry, for my clear resin that I'm gonna pour into the center. And then in my big jug, I of course have some of my Glitty's white mint because I like to add it to everything. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start pouring these, or filling these up. Let's see. All right, so I've got 4 ounces, 4 ounces, 4 ounces, 5 ounces, and 3 ounces of the clear. In the 5 ounces, I'm gonna do the red pearl pigment dye. Sorry, it's kind of a long name. And these have to be shaken up quite a bit, so I keep singing the shake, 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 shake song. So, yes. I like to dance around and just be kind of weird sometimes. All right, I think that's good. I think I need to cut these open though. 1 second. Yes, I do. I'm gonna cut the tips off. All right, so, and I was thinking instead of doing this silver druzy, I was gonna do a gold powder, but I thought, no, the bronze gold dye is already, it's just too similar of a color. So we want a good amount of the dye. You can see I didn't really count how much I poured. I just want to make sure that it's not opaque, because it's a dye, not a paste, but I want to make sure that it's very saturated with color. So I am just mixing up, and I think I can use a decent amount more of that dye because it's almost pinky. I know it looks red in the light, but for seeing it in real life, it's pretty transparent, kind of pink. Which actually, now that I think about it, the pink might just be because it is pearlescent and it has different shimmer shades. I don't know. I want it to be darker though, so I think I'm actually gonna add a couple drops of the bronze gold, see what that does. I think it turned it more pink, actually. Okay, let me see if I have a darker red. Got this rose red, but it looks purplish to me. I guess we can try it and see. All right, I think it's getting more and more pink the more I mess with it, so I should just stop. And I guess we'll do a pink and bronze color scheme. All right, we're gonna move on to our bronze. I'm liking this one. Oh yeah, I like it. It's got a lot more saturation too. Yeah, it's not quite as transparent as the red one is, which is good. All right, on to Silver Druzy. And I'm using these taller cups, the 10-ounce cups, because if I can talk, the mica powders tend to, when you start mixing, just poof and go everywhere. So I'm hoping that with this taller cup, it won't do that. So that is definitely a darker silver. I had wanted like a, you know, kind of like a jewelry silver, just brighter, a little bit lighter in color. But I think what I can do if I want to get that color is just mix this one with a little bit of the white. But this one's good for this project. All right, so now last is our white color. And so this one I'm doing both the powder and the alcohol ink, just to see what kind of effect we can get. I feel like, you know, some of my projects I don't post because they just come out horrible. And I feel like when I don't record, you know, I get some really great projects. It's just like as soon as the camera comes on, my resin goes.
No, I don't really feel like it.
All right, so we're just gonna mix up our white. It feels a little warm, I think. Not really, but I can't tell if it actually feels warm or if I'm just being paranoid. Alrighty. So I'm gonna put these kind of in the order that I think I want to pour. I'm also gonna give these a quick run with the heat gun just to pop those bubbles at the top. All right. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know why. I feel like my last couple of projects haven't turned out great. You just never really can predict what your resin's going to do. And so I'm gonna try, just because this has so many little crevices, to blow dry, or not blow dry, to use my heat gun as I pour, hopefully to keep any of those bubbles from getting trapped in there. Who knows, maybe using the heat gun every puddle will do something neat. All right, so next goes, oh, I don't know if I want to do white or, I think I'm gonna switch and do the Silver Druzy. So mix it up again. I've noticed with the mica powders, you know, it tends to rise to the top, I think, and you have to mix it up again. All right, so I'll show you what I mean. So that's it mixed up. You can see a few bubbles, but I'll show you the difference. All right, let's pour. If I can aim for the center, geez, look at that one. Okay, next is the bronze. So I'm trying to do a dye, a powder, a dye, a powder, to see what that gives. Oh, I didn't use my heat gun, did I? That's okay, I'll pour this one and then go in with the heat gun. Okay, so So, and I'm curious too, because when you heat your resin, it keeps it runny for longer, or if it's starting to thicken up, it'll make it runny again. So I don't know what kind of effect that's going to have on these, you know, using the heat gun between each puddle, you know. Never use these coasters, never heated each puddle, so we'll all see together what happens. All right, so now we're going in with white. And remember, this one has the alcohol ink as well. So my puddles do need to get a lot smaller now because we are, I think on this one, we're like a little bit more than halfway filled up. I'm just messing this one up, man. I think it's because I've got my cups right here, so I'm at a weird angle. All right, so next is gray. Okay, so this is what I mean when it's sat for a couple of minutes versus when it's mixed up. You see that difference? I do. I can't decide if I want to just use the rest of this copper or this bronze color. I think I will. All right, so that one's done. I do save my larger mixing sticks. I just wipe them off with a baby wipe, and that gets rid of the resin. All right, so next we will do our white. Alright, so I just warmed up the clear resin a little bit with the heat gun. Oh, let's start here. Okay, so the battery died on me. I don't know where we left off. Hopefully you didn't miss too much, but I'll see that in editing. So they have all been poured. I don't like this design that's coming out right now. So I'm really hoping that if this is, you know, how it stays, the bottom will have something better. But I do like that they're all a little bit different. You know, this one has some of the bronze about halfway, and then it's got red peeking out up there. This one doesn't really have any color peeking out. This one's got, you know, copper or the bronze like all around. And then this one has little peeps of red. So yeah, this is what they look like. They've been sitting for about 20 minutes while I used the rest of the resin for the earrings, and I can show you those when they're done. I think they're going to be very cute. But yeah, we will check back tomorrow. I'll finish charging up this battery, and hopefully, you know, send me good vibes, y'all, and hope these come out good on the other side. All right, so we are back for unmolding. You can see, I mean, the top doesn't look that nice, so I'm really hoping something usable came out on the bottom. Fingers crossed. So yeah, they are pretty hard now. They're pretty set. So we'll go ahead and start unmolding. All right, so they weren't too difficult to unmold. It was a little tricky to get since there's a little piece that comes over the top. It was a little hard to kind of get under there, but you can see there's a little bit of a lip where the top of the mold was. I think my nose is stuff, and I can't say I can't like pronounce mold. Okay. I lost my train of thought. So I don't think that's going to be an issue though, because, you know, this is going to be the bottom anyway. So unless it's making it wobbly, I think that should be fine. So I haven't looked at these yet. You are going to share my reveal with me. All right, are we ready? Let's do 2 at a time. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Huh, that wasn't what I was expecting, but it's interesting. Huh. Oh, so I don't know. I think it kind of looks like rocks or...
That's just a stupid boulder.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock. A rock. A rock.
I think that's so interesting. And I love that, like, you can kind of see some of the colors still make them out, but for the most part, they kind of blended into just a maroonish color, but then you still see these lighter patches, and you can see the darker gray spots. So, oh, and you can for sure see the gray or the silver here. Wow, okay. And they're all like slightly different, which again, they're handmade, so of course they're gonna be slightly different. But very, very similar. Let's see. I'm trying to see if they'll wobble on the bottom, and they don't, so that's good. Yeah, I actually really like these. I was kind of scared because my last couple of projects, I've not liked them at all, and I just didn't want to show them. So what do you all think? What does this remind you of? What does it look like to you? And this one has a lot of the silver in the middle. They all do, but they just all have like a slightly different look to them, but all very, very similar. Yeah, so that was definitely a no. I'm very happy that we got something neat, something interesting on the bottom. And I will bring you all in for a close-up from my angle, my short person angle. Okay, so here we are getting our close-up. Look how neat, how interesting. And they're all like that, all very similar. I really like them. What do you all think? Yeah, I like them. Let me know, do you think I should add, it would either be a gold or like a bright silver trimming. I'm leaning towards no, but always welcome other thoughts. I love them. I don't know, like right here, I feel like that looks almost like a cloud. Like if this were all like white and gray, maybe it would kind of look like a cloud to me, but since it's maroonish and gray and copper or bronze, it looks like a rock. What do y'all think? Let me know. So I guess this is really, for now, unless I decide to add any trimming to it, this is the finished product. What do we think? They're so interesting. So interesting. But yeah, that is it for today, guys. I think I think I have my next project planned out. We'll see. Sometimes I change my mind. But until then, I hope you all have a great day, and I hope you'll join me again on my next video. I'm Brandy, and this is Resin with Me.